Hi everyone, and welcome to week number 2 of Peace, Joy, and Fitness from Wildly Fit. And I am so delighted by everything you did during week 1. And I have very slowly been trying to get to everyone's journals. And although I am not going to give anyone individual feedback, I want you to know that just your commitment to filling those out in week 1 is really what is going to make you super successful, because it makes you be accountable and responsible to yourself. And it makes you aware of the things that you're eating, and notes about meditation, workouts, water, all those things, because whatever you focus on is where your energy will go to. And that is exactly why I've been such a stickler for these journals. So I know that some of you have gotten a handful of messages over the past 24 hours, but it's only because I promised you tough love. And tough because I need those journals, love because I know that they will make you better and focused and really concentrate on yourself and your self-care as we go through these holiday months. And that's the love part of it. So I don't want anyone to leave the groups. I know that a couple people have, but if you are still in this group on Tuesday morning, thank you, congratulations, and I look forward to this week, which is week 2. So the one thing I want to say about the journals is please don't leave them until this Saturday and Sunday, because that makes it a very daunting and unpleasant task. Please make sure that you are filling out your journals on a daily basis. And if you need something to make that a little bit easier for you, we have a whole bunch of different ways that you can fill out your journal. So you can print your template, write in it, and then send it back to me either by scan or photo. You can save the digital copy and you can type into it, attach those to an email, and send those back. And then I just want to thank Danica, because Danica made a Google Doc. Now, if you're going to use the Google Doc, I've just posted them in both Facebook groups. What you need to do is you need to make a copy of that template that Danica has created. Do not just open the template and type right into it. So put Google Drive either on your computer, on your phone, then take the template, open it, and make a copy, and that's how you can use it. So if you need something on your phone, this is it. Just get the Google Drive app or widget or whatever it is on your phone. I'm not that phone savvy, actually. So there are a whole bunch of different ways to fill out the journal, and I look forward to receiving week 2 journals from you this Sunday. Now, I have a whole bunch of things I want to talk about. I'm going to try and be fast and clear and concise. So let's go ahead and get to the questions you had this week. One of them was about beverages. Now, beverages, I want to make sure that you are focusing on calorie-free or zero-calorie beverages. And a note to that, no diet pop if possible. So when I say calorie-free, I don't mean diet pop or diet drinks. And we can go into why I am not in love with those on another video. But when I say you want to focus on calorie-free, you really want to focus on nourishing, hydrating drinks. So water, of course, being the best one. Any herbal tea that is naturally caffeine-free, that is not sweetened, would be another great bet. And then after that, any beverages that you're having, if they do have calories in it, you ideally would want to put that in your treats area of the journal. Now, if you're having just a dash of sugar and a dash of milk or cream in your coffee or in your tea, please don't sweat that. But I mean things like the pop or booze or the high calorie lattes, those should go in your treats area. So I hope that answers your question about beverages. Next, we had a question about serving sizes and kind of a couple different things to cover in there. Some of the foods that were asked about, for example, avocado. Now, avocado is a healthy fat, and a serving of avocado is a quarter of about a medium-sized avocado. And just know that you can go ahead and eat more than one serving size of a food group. Just record how much you're eating. I did have another or a couple more questions actually about how much of each food group you should be eating, or how many total to aim for the day or per meal. And now I'd love to answer that question for you, but the thing is that is very individual specific information, and that is kind of beyond the scope of what I can offer in this group because we have over 65 participants. So something like that, the how much should I eat falls under calorie counting or macro counting or both, and that does need to be discussed kind of on a one-on-one basis with some specific health coaching or nutrition coaching. So we just can't delve into those specifics. What I want you to focus on instead is, first of all, just writing down what you eat is gonna focus you on better quality foods, and better quality foods is great. And then when you think about quantity of food, what I want you to think about is how full your food is making you. So I'm going to share a document that I have from some nutrition training that I'm doing about how you can kind of decipher if you're feeling hungry, or how to track how hungry you're feeling after certain meals. So if you're concerned about quantity of food, you want to think about hunger cues, and I'm going to upload that document like I mentioned. That's going to help guide you for that. What else? Oh, Sue had a question about the grains because, for example, half a serving of the things like potatoes or pasta seems very, very small. And the reason why is if you think about a half cup of rice, you've got a full half cup of rice. If you think about a half cup of pasta, you've got all those nooks and crannies in there. So it's kind of like the difference between a jar of sand or a jar of rocks, because they just don't fit into it that compactly. So you can take your hand and squish down the pasta and kind of see how much actually fits in there. Or what you can do too is, instead of taking a half cup, take a full cup container and just loosely scoop it and put it on your plate if you are being very specific to your serving sizes. And I do want to say that estimating is totally okay. I've had some specific questions about kind of that it's hard to tell, particularly for example, in meals like chili, when you're not exactly sure like how much is beef, how much is beans, how much is vegetables. An estimate is perfectly fine for these journals. We're really tracking about what kinds of food we're eating, and the specifics on serving size are not going to matter that much either way. Another question I had was about sushi, so I just looked this up, and most of the information I got about sushi was one roll is going to be one serving of rice, so that would be your grains. Remember that sushi is white rice, so if possible try and focus on whole grains. Maybe not sushi every day was a conversation that we had the other day. A conversation that I had with one of the Peace, Joy, and Fitness participants the other day. What else? Oh, going back to hunger. If you're feeling hungry and you're concerned about the quantity of your food, the three things that you want to remember is those macros, and the macros were talked about in your ebook, and they are protein, fat, and carbs. And generally the carbs would be the foods that you eat in your starchy vegetables and grain category. So however many meals or snacks you're having in a day, focus on every single meal or snack having protein, fat, and carbs, and that's going to keep you more satisfied, and it's going to keep you full longer, so you're not starving so soon after a meal. And if you're hungry after a meal, usually that's the time when you're grabbing things that may be like sugary snacks or things like that are not conscious treats, but things you're having because you're just so starving. Okay, so just a few more things that I wanted to talk about. Somebody asked about workout motivation, and now I think the best way to stay motivated is to check in with the group as often as possible and post what workouts you're doing, ask for advice for workouts. Like I know Paul shared a really great core workout, and Ange was all about the dance workouts, and Nina was going to the track and field center at York. So post what you're doing because it may give other people ideas as well. And if you don't know what kind of workouts you might want to do, you of course can look in the Start Wild workout workouts. I have a Tabata workout for you. You can look on the Pinterest board. The link is in the file section. There's some workouts in there for you to do. And I think another great way to stay motivated, so of course check in with the group, but if there's someone you've really connected with in the Facebook group, or for example, you may already have a friend or know someone in the group, see if you can actually become workout buddies. And even if you can't work out together, what you can do is you can create your schedule of your workouts and you can let that other person know. So you can say like, hey Charlie, you know, I need to go to the gym tonight after work. Can you check in with me at about 4 p.m. and remind me that I'm gonna go there no matter what and I'm gonna have a fabulous workout? So that kind of one-on-one connection, if you have that with someone in the group or can make that, is gonna help you get to your workouts, because sometimes just knowing someone's counting on you and you're counting on someone else is a fabulous reason to go and do it even when you don't want to. Another way to motivate yourself to work out is some music. So what I like to do is I actually listen to my workout playlist on the way to work or on the way home, and it just like reminds me like, ooh, I love that like high energy music and I can't wait to get sweating to it later. And I hope you enjoyed the playlist that I shared for you last week. I'm gonna have another one for you this week, and or make yourself your own playlist, because whatever you like to listen to will put you in the mood to get going, get sweating. If you're a morning workout person, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but lay those workout clothes out before you go to bed. I actually even have some friends that sleep in their workout clothes. Like obviously they're clean, they go to sleep, they wake up and they're like, bam, time to work out. So if that helps you, you can totally do that as well. I also write down my workouts, and I know the lighting's not great in my living room right now, so I have no idea if you can see this. I'll just put up the screen like you can. So right now I'm in the middle of my PIO workout calendar. It's 8 weeks, and on this calendar, the only thing it has written on here is my workouts. It's 6 days a week, and I've written down every single workout that I have to do for the entire 8 weeks, how long every workout is, so that I can plan it. So, you know, some are 25 minutes, some of the more intense one are 45 minutes, but I know ahead of time how long I need to set aside in my day to do those. And I even have my rest days written on here, and at the end of the day, I'm really flexible. So, you know, sometimes I change my rest day if I've gotten busy, and sometimes I'll even pair together 2 of the 25-minute videos together, and I'll do them together so I can have an extra rest day, or if I've skipped a workout. So there's another thing, write it down and also be flexible with yourself as well. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do is I really just do want to make sure that you are thinking about what you might want to do after this program ends. And a lot of people have let me know that they have health and fitness goals for 2015, and some of those revolve around training for a specific fitness event and weight loss and getting ready for a special event, and I'm trying to think of all of them. But thank you so much for any of you that have shared goals with me. I will be offering some programming in January, some in person, some online training. So if you actually want to register with me and go through one of my specific training programs, that will be some similarities to this, but a lot more intensive, focused program provided to you and more one-on-one support. I'd love to have you. Let me know if you're interested in that. And even if you're not, I can guide you to some things that you may want to do. You can let me know. Of course, you can always stick with wildlyfit.ca and our Facebook page afterwards, because I want to always provide on wildlyfit.ca as much information and free education and information as I can. So no matter how you stick with Wildly Fit afterwards, I hope that you'll still come around sometimes. And January is going to be an amazing kickoff to the new year, and you guys are already getting started on making it amazing by ending 2014 so just full of energy and dedicated to this group. So thank you. It's making my December amazing. Have a fabulous week too. Let me know what you need from me in this week, and I look forward to your journals on Sunday.